What's going on, YouTube? So I'm super pumped to be back on here with you guys. It has been quite a while since I've posted a video, and that's kind of been a common theme just because residency is super busy. So I thought in this video I'd kind of give you guys an update about what's been going on in our lives and where I have been over the past couple weeks. So before I get to this video, I want you guys to know that you are greatly loved and that you are wonderfully and beautifully created, and that you are capable of far more than you could ever imagine. Alright guys, so let's get to this video. I have myself a cup of coffee, and yes, it is 8:42 at night, but I love coffee, so I'm going to drink it, and hopefully it'll give me some energy, because obviously I need some for this video. And so what I want to talk about is just kind of everything that's kind of went on since my last video, where I'm at today, what all has been going on in my life. So I've been away from YouTube and a little bit away from Instagram over the past couple weeks because we had some family issues going on. My grandfather, who I am close with, was diagnosed with bladder cancer a few years ago, and over the past about 6 months his bladder cancer has been worsening, and he failed all the chemotherapy that they have currently, and so then he went on to try immunotherapy. He went on to try immunotherapy, and it just wasn't working. And then so they placed him on hospice. And after placing him on hospice, he ended up passing away in about 2 weeks after that. And so it was definitely a hard time for my family and a hard time for myself as we were mourning his death. But in the mourning, in the sadness, in the heartache, there is definitely great celebration, as I know that my grandfather is a believer, that he believed in Jesus Christ, and that he had dedicated his life to Christ many years ago. And so I know that even though in some of the darkest places, in our darkest moments, there is still joy and there's still hope to be celebrated. And so although it was a very sad seeing him pass, it was definitely a day of great celebration, as we know he is going to go be with Jesus. And one of the things he asked before he passed away, and what a great honor it was that he asked if I would preach at his funeral. And so it was definitely a great honor and a blessing that he asked me to do that. So that's one of the big reasons why I've not been on YouTube lately. And so I just want to, be real with you guys and share that with you. And then I'm kind of cheating. I made a list. And so some of the other things that we can get to some more exciting stuff and kind of uplift the mood even more, even though it should be super uplifting because we know that my grandfather is in heaven, that he did dedicate his life to Christ. So there should be great joy and great excitement even in sad times in our lives, such as death, because death has no sting when Jesus Christ is our Savior, because he has overcome death. Alright, so next is rotation. So the last video, I think I told you guys I was on my neurology rotation. So from my neurology rotation, I went to VA HEMONC, so hematology oncology, and I had a couple weeks of that, which was definitely a good experience. And then from there, after my grandpa's passing, my beautiful wife and I went on vacation to Massachusetts, in which we had an incredible time. We were able to meet our beautiful nephew, James David, and we were able to be there for his baptism as well. And so outside of that, we spent some time in Cape Cod. We went biking around Falmouth, which is an area around Cape Cod, which was just so much fun, and definitely got in a lot of good training as well, and just spent time with her family. And I also, as you guys may have known following my Instagram account, I've been on a very strict diet, shredding down, trying to lose as much body fat as possible. And I took a diet break while I was gone and definitely ate tons and tons of great food, which I'll show you guys all kinds of pictures of. So now that we are back from vacation, I will be starting my cardiology rotation. It's just a week long. It's a VA cardiology consults. So I have a week of that before I go to the medicine floors. And the medicine floors, this is really where I'll be digging into some real medicine. I'm pretty pumped about that. And I have 3 weeks of that before I go to the switch to go to pediatrics for a little while. So I'm also super pumped about that. All right, so I've talked to you about my rotations, talked to you about vacation, so that's kind of where I've been with that. And now training. So in terms of training, Phoebe and I are training to qualify for the Boston Marathon. And if you guys are keeping up with any type of running, you have seen that now you have to run a little bit faster. That it used to be a 3:05 cutoff for myself, a 3:35 for Phoebe. Now it's a 3-hour cutoff for myself and a 3:30 cutoff for Phoebe. So we are going to have to run a little bit faster if we want to qualify for that Boston Marathon. So we have our a marathon coming up December 1st. We're going to be running the St. Jude's Marathon, so we're pretty pumped about that. And I'm also training for an ultra marathon, which is November 4th. It's a 30-miler. Super, super excited about it. Training has been going so well. I cannot believe it. This Sunday, yesterday actually, I ran a marathon yesterday. I was supposed to do 24 miles in my training, but I felt really good, so I just went for it and ran 26.2 and actually PR'd on a marathon time, which I ran a 3-hour, 1 minute and 52 second marathon yesterday, so I was pretty pumped about that. And in terms of my other training, I've still been lifting 6 days every 8 days. So I do a 6-day cycle. So I do 3 days on with a day off, 3 days on, day off. That's been going really well. My shred with that, you know, I've been in a calorie deficit over the last 12 weeks. I'll show you guys some pictures of that right here. So you can see that I went from being 10.5, I think, percent body fat, or 10.3% body fat, weighing 187, and I cut down all the way to 169, in which, using that that same InBody scale, that testing, it says that I dropped down to 5.3% body fat over the period of that 12 weeks, which I was super pumped about. But honestly, I wanted to see sub 5% body fat, so I'm still gonna have to keep working on it. I'm gonna try to stay relatively lean while I'm continuing on with this endurance type training. So also, just really quickly before I end this video, that's pretty much the update of everything that's been going on in our life. But I have recently, which I've talked about in my previous videos, started a personal training business with some of my buddies called Strong Docs. So you can check it out on our website, www.strongdocs.org. You can find that program that I just went through, the 12-week advanced shred program. You can get it for about $40, and we also offer one-on-one personal training for $80 a month. So just check it out if you guys are interested in that, or comment below with any questions that you guys have about any kind of fitness, personal training, our marathon training, pretty much anything that you guys want to know. Please let me know and comment below. So this video has probably been too long, but I just wanted to kind of give you guys an update about what's been going on in our lives and where we've been, what's been going on, why I have been absent from YouTube. But that's it. That's pretty much it. So, any questions, comment below. Anything you guys want videos on, comment below. Anything y'all want to chat about, comment below, because remember that I am here for you guys, this MedFit Faith family, that we just need to encourage one another constantly. So I love you guys greatly, and to end the video, I just want you guys to know that you are greatly, greatly loved, and that you are wonderfully and beautifully created, and that you are capable of far more than you could ever imagine.